Next up for review is a graphical text adventure, one of a number of Mastertronic games done by the duo of Clive Wilson and Les Hogarth. This one's called Venom. Let's take a look at it. Quite a dramatic illustration on the front cover of this one, with a knight and his horse all clad in armour hacking away at a big snake, and quite a good logo on it as well, Venom. And it says Venom on the spine, no surprise there. And we've got some screenshots on the back. As you can see, it's a text adventure of some kind with some graphical representations of things as well. And as usual, the blurb about the game: face the threat of the evil one, Traklan? Can't quite read that. Hordes infest the mines of Australia. I didn't even know there were any mines in Australia. How strange. Anyway, so there you go. Inside it's pretty simple stuff. You got an introduction, you got some features of the game, usual sort of thing for text adventures: examining, looking, various things, inventory. You can also load and save, which I doubt I'll be doing. Fighting, and of course it's got the loading instructions. And inside it's basically blank. This will be a pretty short review because I'm not a big fan of text adventures, never was, and don't really have the time or patience to go through to any great detail, so it's just going to be an overview of how the game works. So here we are. This is what the screen displays when you load up, and you can see there's a picture on the top left of the screen. On the right hand side there's a variety of actions which can be controlled with the joystick. So you can see there: north, south, east and west, get, drop, look, examine, quit, load and save, and so on and so on. And there's even more of them here. If you scroll this list down, you've got pages and pages of different actions, so quite comprehensive there. And at the bottom there you've got a description of the area that you're in, and also scrolling across in the middle there is the list of the exits, i.e. the directions you can move from this point. So quite a nicely put together user interface. You don't have to use the keyboard at all. And for example, if you want to look at something in particular, if you click on look, you can look at characters there. Ike, or however that's spelled there, A-I-K-K-A, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but that's yourself. So it gives you a little funny little message. As there's no mirror handy, it's quite impossible to look at yourself, foolish narcissist. So there's obviously a sense of humour prevalent in this. And if we look at Devala, that's actually my horse. So I'm sitting on my horse, as it did say in the initial text. So I'm going to go north, which should take me into this pub, or whatever it is, inn. And as you can see there in the middle there's a message: what, on a horse? So I can't go in there while I'm sat on the horse, so there is actually a action to mount, or in this case dismount. So I'll do that, and slight change to the description now says that you're not standing on your horse, or sitting I should say. So now I can go north and into this Dancing Drayman Inn. Not anything like the Prancing Pony in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I'm sure. So once again we're now inside the inn. The graphics changed and there's another description. So without milling around too much, there's lots of detail given here. Obviously there's a quite nice description. There's a reasonable sort of diagram of the location that you're in some cases. So let's see what we can do. Let's look at the innkeeper. Mattercock, the surly innkeeper, eyes you warily as you stand before him. His over-large belly wobbles as he slouches past you to pull a foaming tankard of ale. Fair enough. Let's try talking to him. Okay. Say to innkeeper. don't know, what do I want to say to him? I was assuming that would just start a conversation. I don't really know. Give? Alright, okay, I can't do that. So it's a bit strange, don't seem to be able to initiate conversation with other characters, which is a bit peculiar. So let's have a look again at the I don't know, give innkeeper what? Gold? I don't particularly want to give him gold at this point. I'll give him gold. What the hell? I've got gold, it seems. Didn't know that. It does say at the bottom there, in a corner some unsavoury looking food awaits the hungry traveller and a doorway leads off. So I assume I've just given him some gold, so I'll just get that food now. And then head west. The tap room door is locked. Okay. Doesn't seem to be able to do that now. Let's try opening. This is what I wanted to show. So some actions will actually then allow you to highlight text within the description. So let's try open doorway. It refuses to budge. Fair enough, since it's locked, I suppose. Okay, we'll move on. So it looks like I can't go anywhere else other than back outside, which was south, I think. Yeah. Let's try going east then. Okay, so if we go east, you get more description further along the roadway towards the east. Nasty looking thorn bushes, blah blah blah. And you don't get an image of every location. As you can see there, there's a rather large amount of red text that's quite difficult to read on a black background. Long ago, when the world was young, the High Lord Murasina cast down the evil something or other to spend his eternity in the bowels of the earth. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I haven't even read what this game's about because I don't care that much. So I'll just move on a little bit more. But there's not much more I'm going to say about it. This sort of thing just doesn't interest me in the slightest. And I will say that, relatively speaking, this one is quite well done. It's got a nice user interface. It's got nice descriptive text. It's got reasonable pictures. So it seems to be a pretty good graphical text adventure. I'm just not remotely interested. So I'll just navigate around a little bit more and see if I can find anything else of interest. I'm now in a copse of trees, it seems. Carry on east. I'm now on the westerly shore of a great river. Stretches northwards into the distance. Let's try going north then. The river winds out of sight as it rushes headlong down into the falls of Kavos. Okay. Back south, I guess. And shall we try south again? Okay, here's a castle. Before you reach the magnificent palace of Ormasin built... It's all very Lord of the Ringsy, this, to be honest, isn't it? It's a mystical land with people with funny names that have built castles and so on. So there's somebody else here. Let's try talking to this somebody else. Bashka. That makes no sense. It's a bit strange, this. I don't know why you can't talk to anyone. Let's carry on going south and see if we can go into the castle. Bashka stands in front of you, barring the way. Okay. Shall we try fighting Bashka? Why not? Fight Bashka. His fists thud into you. Wisely you back off. Okay, so violence isn't going to solve anything here. Let's try giving him some gold. Give Bashka... Oh, I've only got food now. I must have given all the gold to the other guy. That's a bit unfortunate. Food. It is handed over. I don't really know what that means now. Does that mean I can get past him? No, it seems not. Okay, I think that's enough. You get the idea. If you like text adventures, it's probably pretty good. Although you don't have to do any typing, so maybe it's really good or really annoying. I don't know. Maybe you like typing if you like text adventures. Me, not a fan of text adventures, but so not worth $1.99 to me. This one, but it does seem to be a pretty reasonable example of that style of game, if you've got the time and patience.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
2, 1, 0.